Scanning, synchronizing, stabilizing. Engaged.
What's happening, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. I am happy to be alive. This is K-Rev, and I'm happy to be here to talk with everyone, to have breath in my body, and to have a conscious mind and be able to be cognitive in my thinking. And I can talk and breathe and transfer myself from one room to the next. And you know what? Many people can't do that. Many people are not afford that luxury of being able to do that today. A lot of folks didn't even wake up this morning. And a lot of us experience a lot of tragic loss. We're looking at the uncertainty of life or what just happened in Texas and in Buffalo and in different areas of the spectrum of the world. And if you have breath in your body, if you have the ability to say hello or to blink your eyes or even to have a headache, it may be painful, but you know what? That you have that feeling. A lot of people right now don't have that luxury of having feeling, man. And I'm happy to say that I can say thank you. I can say and I can talk and move. I do life insurance. I have a life insurance contract with quite a few insurance companies. And when I'm going through these applications, there's a laundry list of things that keep people from being covered, from cardiomyopathy, from stents to having issues. And the thing is, man, if you don't have any of these problems or any of these issues, take the time to really be appreciative and just say thank you, and to be honored that you have that ability. No strokes, no heart attacks, no issues, no aneurysms, no cancer, things like that. If you haven't run into any of that, be grateful and thankful, man, because so many people have, had that unfortunate situation to have to deal with some of that stuff. So listen, just be thankful, man. Listen, tonight, I want you to understand when pursuing your dreams, one can never allow him or herself to fall by the wayside due to, how your current state of life look. And tonight we're going to be talking to a great friend of mine. I consider him a big bro of mine, man. He's very knowledgeable, very, very smart. He's a life coach. He's a coach. He's a leader. He's an influencer. And I got a chance to meet him in a network marketing business a few years ago. And we just stayed connected. And our brotherhood just has grown over the years. And I'm honored to have him on the platform tonight, on the couch tonight, Mr. Tim Brown. He's awesome. He's a leader. He's an influencer, man. And you're going to get a chance to really kind of tap in tonight to hear some of his golden nuggets that he's lived by and how he's allowed himself to really push forward and really transition from certain things in his life. And it's amazing to see. And I'm happy that he's here tonight. So before we get started, we're going to actually I'm going to showcase some tunes for you. A friend of mine, her name was Laura Vernice. And I have the privilege of being in a unique space of connected with a lot of new music, a lot of musicians. I'm a musician myself. And so what I do on the platform, I help promote new music. We're going to be starting the first Tuesday in July, Tune Tuesdays. So you get a chance to really kind of pay attention and chime in on some of the new music that's hitting the streets and hitting the airwaves and Broadway. So listen, I'm excited about that and to be a conduit for that. So listen, and also Kouch is brought to you by Standard Mag with the voice of the culture and with the oxygen to the entrepreneur. And also at the same time, KR3 & Co. Enterprises, we're a company that helps companies grow and grow securely. So after these great tunes from Laura Vernice, we'll be listening to and having a conversation with none other than Mr. Life Coach and Mr. Influencer himself, my big bro, Mr. Tim Brown. So give us 1 second. We'll be right back.
It's been a long time, and till I saw you today, and I'm still addicted. And so I see nothing's changed, even your smile. It still gives it away. We're feeling the tension. 10 years and we're still the same. You want to be closer, but it's mixed with your shame. If I would have shown you, would she still have your name? Oh, I should have told you how I feel inside. I should have told you that I wanted you more. Express the urgency, that I was the choice, but she was so comfortable, so easy. But I should have shown you, giving you all of me. Oh, I should have shown you how I feel inside. Perhaps I could have changed your mind. Oh, I'm still in love with you. How? So what am I supposed to do about it now? Should have shown you that I wanted you more. Express the urgency, that I was the choice, but she was so comfortable, so easy. But I should have shown you, given the opportunity. Oh, I should have shown you how I feel inside. Perhaps I could have changed your mind.
Big bro, what's going on, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm so happy to have you here this afternoon, man. And how you like them? How you like the tunes that you just heard?
Oh man, I actually just wrote her name down. I was over here.
Absolutely, man. And I know you're kind of familiar with the music industry yourself. You got a lot of layers to you, your sort of musical background, a little bit, man. So some of the major people you were acquainted with in your younger days, man. What were some of the groups that you kind of hung out with when you was in the music industry?
So wow, that's a long time ago. But
Right.
yeah, I actually had a hand in executive producing MC Breed and the DFC,
Wow.
the first album, Ain't No Future in Front, and Gold album. And
Wow.
we got a chance to hang out with DJ Quick, LL Cool J, Chubb
Wow.
Rock. We toured with the Ghetto Boys and did shows with Ice Cube and a few
Man,
names that you might know.
Oh man, listen, that's so you've been in the influential positioning of the stage for a long time, man. So that's awesome. So and I just kind of again, man, thank you, Mr. Tim Brown, my big brother, and a lot of people know me a few years ago that I was in a nice prestigious a wine club. It was great. Some of the wines and they were very prestigious, very nice, very great, really cool. And this is where I had the pleasure of meeting Tim. We got a chance to meet in that business. And it was just more, it was more than the business. He became someone I looked up to, someone I watched, someone that I saw build, someone that I saw create things, man. And from your musical background, being a influencer person, then into that now, how how did you have the courage to do that, man? Like, what made you or what pushed you into really doing the things that you did, from music to positioning yourself to be a leader? What pushed you to do that, man?
I'll tell you, Kerry. My parents had a big, well, especially my mom had a big role in that. Kept
Okay.
us involved in church, the church that I grew up in. I mean, they really pushed the youth to be in front and do a lot of things and inside the church. With way back in the day, you had the speeches and the recitals and the youth, what I'm saying,
Right.
days, and just a lot of things just from childhood, man, on up, that they put us in front of the audience. And so for me, for some reason, I was a relaxed kid outside of, those situations. But when it was time to step up, I just, would step up and do my thing.
You would say so it would be like, you would just do it without thinking. It was just something that you did without thinking, or did you pause at any time, or you just did it?
I mean, it was always, scary. Still, I've spoken in front of, hundreds of people and still, get the little butterflies. But it's just something that, was like, okay, well, I will tell you this. A lot of times back then, they
Okay.
would, have a prize, right?
Right.
And
Got you.
I always wanted to win the prize, and so I had to do what I had to do.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, well, I'm definitely appreciative of you making those decisions. I do this, and I give this gratitude to all my people that actually come on the couch, have a conversation with me. I want to first of all thank you. If you never heard it before, you're going to hear it tonight. I thank you for making the decisions that you made to become the person that you are. Because for you making those choices to be the person that you are, so many lives probably would have been gone by the wayside, or they wouldn't have made the decisions that they made if they hadn't have gotten in contact with you, or understood who you were, or did not give them the conversation that you have given them the leadership, the influence. So the choices that you made, the sacrifices that you've made to be where you are, I want to thank you for that. Because without you doing that, man, I would have never met you. The people that you've connected with, that you build thus far, would have never met you. So I want to thank you, man, for making those decisions, because those sacrifices came with a cost. Sometimes you had to give up barbecues, you couldn't hang out with family, it's just a lot of things that you sacrificed and gave up to carry across to be an influencer. So I want to thank you for that, bro.
I appreciate you, brother. I do. I really do. I mean, you mentioned something, the sacrifices, and people, they see, what you're doing, right? A lot of times, and they think, okay, it's just that you're doing it just for yourself. You're doing it just for, a pot or something, man. But people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand that. Like you said, it is a sacrifice that you take away from your kids and your family and events and being able to just hang out. And
Right,
so it's definitely been a huge sacrifice that I've had to make in order
right.
to get to some goals and help some other people get to some goals. And at the same time, I want to thank you as well, man, for everything that you do out
Appreciate
of
it.
the couch and beyond.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So I just want to kind of run into, I want people to get to know you, I want them to know who you are. So they already know you got a little musical background. You've hung out with some of the greats, some of my greats that I consider the greats. I still listen to their music now. Chubb Rock, I'm still listening to the Chubb still. I still listen to a lot of DJ Quick production, a lot of LL Cool J. So I still listen to a lot of that. And for you to be able to hang out with those guys, I'm sitting with greatness, and that's amazing, man. So tell us, Tim, tell us, man, what motivates you? What gets you going? What gets you going in the morning? And then we're gonna go into your why. But I want to know what motivates you, man.
Oh man, just to know that, I've seen so many people have their dreams met, that have achieved the things that they want to achieve. I tell people that, we are born with a purpose, right? We're all
Right.
born with a purpose. And I know that I was born with a purpose. And so I'm just motivated to just go, man, because I know I have to get to that point. I have to get it done,
Absolutely.
family, missions, goals, all those things keep me just, inspired every
Got
single
you.
day.
Got you. I got you. And that keeps you got Ronnie Robinson chiming in. Got you. They would say it's very proud of you, man. And so I truly appreciate it. Everybody has a purpose. I have a purpose, but sometimes man, we kind of lose our way. And so that brings me to your why. Like, so sometimes even the greatest sometimes have certain things on their mind, and I definitely get it. So like, what's that why then? Like, what is that why, bro? What is that big why that you utilize every day that pushes you to where you want to go?
It's huge. It's huge, Kerry. It's biblical for me. Everything that I
Okay.
do is biblical, right? And so
Yeah.
I have a why of wanting to leave a legacy for my family, my children. Want to leave an inheritance for my children's children. So I have that why. But I also know that God put a mission inside me, right? And
Right.
that's to help people to achieve some levels of wealth and health. And I've been in positions, man. Actually, when I was 11 years old,
Got you.
I was looking around. My mom took me to a seminar, right? And
Oh
I would
wow.
tell you, man, I was the only chocolate kid in the seminar. And they were talking about high finance, and they was talking about wealth. And for me, I was looking around in my community, and I saw, people where I'm from in Flint, Michigan, that had good jobs, right, where they were able to take care
Got
of
you.
their kids and their family and drive a Cadillac. But I also
God.
saw, my grandfather, my uncles, people around me who had retired and still were poor.
Got you.
And so for
Got you.
me, it was something triggered. Okay, why don't we have that wealth? Why don't we
Got
have
you.
what I'm saying, the vacations, the life, what I'm saying, the
Hmm.
wealth where we can leave that inheritance to our children's children. And so I just started seeking, man, and God kept putting me in positions to learn from different people. And so I had, a mission to grow my family's wealth and also to help other people do it at the same time.
I love that why, man. I love that why. And let me ask you a question, and it's just really kind of hitting me right now. So even when we have those situations that comes up, those clues in life that really is showing us our purpose, why do you think people, even with the clues, even with the positive motivation, why do you think a lot of people still do not make that choice to push forward?
And man, that's a great question. And I'm gonna tell you, because it's not easy, right?
Okay.
A lot of people are looking for something fast and quick, and we
Hmm.
want, what I'm saying, success is not a straight line, right? We're looking for it to be easy, smooth,
Right.
no stumbles, no
Right.
pressure. It's going to be some kickback from your family. It's going to be some negativity. It's going to be a lot of rocks and bricks thrown at you, and so until you understand that, it really is, a difficult road for a lot of people.
Wow. 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 So the thing is, okay, so that brings me, well, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick break. take a quick break and get a little word from our sponsors. And then I want to go into that's a really good segue to another question that we have, concerning about, failures. And if people find things hard, they're afraid to get hurt, how do you overcome that? So I want to be able to segue into that, man. So we get a couple sponsor conversations here from a little commercial break, and then we'll be right back to kind of finish up and talk to you, Mr. Tim Brown, Mr. Influencer, Mr. Kouch Brown, my big bro. And I'm always honored to have you here, man. So we'll be right back on the couch with Mr. Tim Brown.
Dublin, Georgia. Let's get ready for a night of elegance.
You have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you almost make me fall in love. If you keep this up, then I'll let you in. Oh, wanna get you closer to my body. Wanna feel your hands all over me. Gotta make them jealous, everybody. 'Cause you know we got it, chemistry. I get all around me. I get chemistry. I get you and me. Yeah, you know we got it, chemistry. You make all my problems feel miles away. Nothing in this world made sense up till today. I can see the colors now, no black and white. If you keep this up, then I'll stay the night. 'Cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you.
The word lit has taken on a whole new meaning.
Warning.
This is not a drill.
Feel the energy. At Lit Chat, we don't just like your post, we ignite your post. From the serious businessman, merchant, seller, socialite to the prolific entertainer, it's time now to show the world just how lit you are. www.litchat.com, your source for lit status, lit content, and conversation. Lit Chat, now your words have fire. Now on Droid and Apple.
Life is filled with many unexpectancies. If something happened to you today, heart attack, cancer, stroke, or diagnosed with anything terminal, are you prepared for what's next? Only 1 out of 4 to 5 Americans have considered that life is unexpected, uncertain, and has some uncontrollable risk. Are you that 4 to 5 that hasn't taken action yet? Call right now for your free quote. Tomorrow's not promised. The protection of your legacy depends on what choice you make in this moment. Call right now. Big bro. And yes, we're back. We're back with Mr. Tim Brown, and we'll be wrapping up here in a little bit. But I want to again thank you, Tim, for being here tonight, for hanging out with me, for sharing your words of wisdom, man, and your experiences, man, to keep us motivated, to keep us pushed, and to keep us grinding. So I want to thank you again for being here, man.
Man, I appreciate you again for having me. I mean, and doing what you do. Absolutely.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. And so you was talking about right before we left off, you were speaking about how people, it's hard for them, and it's not easy. Things is not easy. I want to ask, so, a question that I have, and I want to pose to you. Have you had any failures, man? And if so, how do you deal with failure, man? How do you deal with, these type of deals?
Absolutely, man. Life is going to be full of failures, right? Whether it's financial, whether it's business, whether it's relationship. And so I know we all have. For me, even with the music, right? We had Gold album, but I was expecting it to go even further, but due to conflicts with some of the other mates, it didn't
Gotcha.
Go where I want to go. So that was a step back, and that was a failure. And I know most people, when we have failures, right, we carry them, man. We carry them like a ton of bricks on our shoulders. We stack them on top of each other, and they weigh us down. And
Right.
Because we're concerned about what people think, right?
Right.
You put yourself out there, you come out of your comfort zone, and then it doesn't quite work out the way you expected it to work out. And then we carry that around. And I have, you know what I'm saying, in the past as well, right? My first business, my first marketing business, did it for 5 years, kind of got to the top of it, and then the company went bankrupt. You know, they pulled the rug off my business. So I carried that weight around. And from that, you know, when I bounced back from that, I learned that, you know, we don't need to carry that weight because every successful person has gone through failures, right? And they say, you know, you either win or you learn. And when I understood that, okay, what did I learn from those failures? What did I learn from those things that didn't quite turn out the way that I wanted them to turn out? And so I started stacking those failures on top of each other and start standing on them, right? Start standing on them and stacking them up to learn from them, grow from them, you know, pull from those failures to now, okay, I know what to look for when I see this, okay, or I know what to do when this happens, or I know how to handle this situation because I've been through it before, right?
Wow.
And so we don't carry them on our shoulder, but we put them, stack them in, and put them up under our feet. Then that lifts us higher.
Wow. Wow. I can appreciate that view, man. So with that knowledge, big bro, how do you know, again, you know, the clues can be presented. You know, we could position ourselves to have a win in one particular situation, but to you, and this is a question that I want to pose, how do you know with all of that, you know, because a person can have all of this in their hand, but how do you know when it's time to make that move for the better, man? How do you know with all of this, how do you know it's time to make the move? You know, just, you know, best you can answer that for me. How do you know when it's time to make a move, man?
For everybody it's different, right? But it's, you know, if you take your learning experiences, is what I won't call them failures. You take your learning experiences, right? And you use that, you'll have that, what they call it, you know, discernment.
Yeah.
Right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
And for me, you know, I've been in different things where it didn't fail me, but I saw that it wasn't going to get me to where I was trying to go.
Got you.
Right.
Got you.
And if you set goals for yourself, right, you put those markers out there and you say, okay, well, I'm going to, and for me, I put everything that I got into what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Don't go half stepping, right?
Gotcha.
Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a business, whatever it may be, if you go full steam into it and you give it everything you got and you put you some markers out there, okay, you set your goals for 90 days, 6 months, a year, right?
Absolutely.
18 months, 2 years, you put those goals out there and say, okay, well, I'm going to give it all I got. I'm going to be coachable in the situation. I'm going to learn what I can learn. I'm going to do what I can do. And if you're not hitting those markers or you're not learning and growing, then, you know, it might be time to make some moves.
Got you. Just not no longer spinning the wheels, you know, don't want to stay in the same track. You can actually accomplish, then you become the big fish in the small pond. And so now you want to be able to transition into the ocean where the other fish are just as big as you or bigger, the way that you can learn. I definitely appreciate that conversation, big bro, that I'm finding myself, a lot of things is shaking up around me and striving to go higher as well. So like I told you, I'm always watching. Like I told you, I'm always listening and I'm watching. Might not always like every post because I'm not on social media all the time, but that doesn't mean that I'm not watching, man. So I want to thank you, big bro, for being a part tonight on the stage and really being here on the couch having the conversation with me, man. And if you have a favorite quote or a favorite saying, you know, could you share that with us right now? You know, what outside of your motivation, your whys, you know, is there a favorite saying that Mr. Brown has that he tells himself every day?
This is one, man, that I've carried with me for a long time, Kerry. And that's how I feel. If it's to be, it's up to me. Right?
I love it. Yep.
I put that weight on my shoulders. If it's to be, it's up to me, right? I can't depend on XYZ or anybody else to do anything for me, right? If they do, that's great, right? If
right.
put a hand, if I get some help, that's amazing.
Got you.
But I look
Wow.
at the person in the mirror and I say, look, if it's to be, it's up to me.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. So it is our responsibility to ensure that we get to the next level. We can, go to church, we can listen to the pastor, we can pray, but if the Bible says greater is he that is in you, so that means that you have a responsibility, that you too have a choice. You have to make, in order to turn the car, in order for that car to go anywhere, you have to turn the ignition. In order for that, for things to get done in your body, you have to feed your body the right things. You have to go to the gym. You have to work out. You, the person, is responsible, not blaming our neighbor, not blaming someone for our shortcomings. So if it's to be, it's definitely up to me. If I want the wealth that I desire for myself, I have to go get it. If I want the car or the great credit, I have to do the work. So, big bro, I want to thank you again for the conversation. I want to thank you for sharing your knowledge and your experiences of your life with me. And so, people, I want you guys, even on the restream, everyone that watches the couch, that follows me, listen, I want y'all guys to connect with Mr. Brown, connect with Tim. He's my big bro. He's a great influence. He has great conversation. We haven't even scratched the surface on some of the things that he's done in his life, man, and what he's currently doing, how he's making moves in his current business. He has a lot of layers to him. Leader, he's a husband, he's a father, he's a brother. He's someone that you will want to get to know. And again, Tim, I want to thank you again for your sacrifices, man, that you made to get to where you are, man. So tell us a little bit about where you're going. What's next for Mr. Tim Brown? What's next for you, man?
Oh man, listen, I'm thankful for where I'm at. First of all, God bless me with a beautiful wife, as you mentioned, Stephanie
Absolutely.
Brown, and our amazing kids. And so I'm still on a natural high from that, and business is going great. And we got some things in the fire for creating that financial freedom for our family, and doing some big things really to help other people, man. This year is going to be amazing. We're halfway through, but the next 6 months, I'm so excited about what we're doing to help people, man. Come on along.
I love it, man. Listen, I'm watching, and not just spectator, but man, I'm here, man, and connecting. We got some things that you and I'll be talking about on how we're going to collaborate and push together, man. So I'm excited about that. So everyone, I want you to reach out to him. He's on Facebook under Tim Brown. He's also an Instagram, Brown Tims 01. And then you can reach out to him on LinkedIn, Timothy Brown. You got him on Twitter, Master Coach B. And then also you can email him, man. Join Coach Brown at gmail.com. Man has a lot to give. He has a lot to give. He has so much to give. And like I said, tonight, we didn't even scratch the surface. We just peeled off a half a layer of this guy. This guy has a lot going on, man. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud to know him. I'm proud that he's in my network. And I have a personal connection with him, and we have a conversation, and we can talk anytime. So I'm thankful, Tim. Anything that you want to share with everybody before we go, man?
Nah, look, I'm just excited, man, and I'm thankful to you for bringing me on. And look, y'all get with that insurance and take care of your families, keep your health in order, right? Because I'm also about that, man. And let's, so many things going on in our community. We need to get together. We need to come together. And I'm thankful to be connected with you because I love what you're doing in your community.
Thanks, family. I really appreciate it, big bro. So hang out with me after my outro, man. We can chop it up and end it off. But listen, everybody who's listening, love life and live love. You only have one. So listen, y'all, be cool and be blessed, man. I'll be talking to you soon. Give me 1 second, Tim. Here we go.